saw the same thing everybody else saw, where they made some ridiculous shots. You're going to have certain breakdowns in your defense, and I thought in that third quarter, that could have been really deflating for our team, and it wasn't. Like we kept fighting and played some really good basketball. We changed. We did 3 different coverages tonight, so it's not like we're not trying. We're trying.
Only 5 words, but they landed like a punch to the chest. Harder than any stat line, harder than any highlight reel. That's not a team. And no, he wasn't talking about some rebuilding mess or a tanking disaster. He was talking about the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron James, Luka Doncic, a roster still sitting in the playoff mix. And Kendrick Perkins didn't sugarcoat a single thing. He said what a lot of fans are scared to admit. This isn't a team. It's a collection of individuals punching the clock. No bond, no chemistry, no real connection, no team dinners, no shared energy, no togetherness. Just jerseys, bodies, and routines going through the motions. And that's way bigger than wins and losses. This is culture. This is identity. And when culture breaks, seasons collapse. Now, let's get into the game that ripped the mask off. January 16th, 2026. Home floor. LeBron and Luka drop a combined 68 points. That should be automatic, right? Game over. Except it wasn't. The Charlotte Hornets walked into their building and embarrassed them. Final score, 135-117. An 18-point beatdown at home. And this wasn't some elite powerhouse. Charlotte came in 15-26, buried 11 games under .500. That's supposed to be a win you pencil in. Instead, the Lakers didn't just lose, they got exposed. LaMelo Ball lit them up for 30 with 9 threes and 11 assists. Miles Bridges was flying in for dunks like it was a practice run. Charlotte did whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted, and the Lakers just stood there watching happen. And here's the stat that should make every fan pause. The Lakers ranked 26th in defense out of 30 teams. You do not win titles like that. You just don't. The 2024 Celtics? Top 5 defense. The 2023 Nuggets? Top 10. History never lies about this. Defense separates real contenders from imposters. And right now, the Lakers are talking like contenders while playing like pretenders. They started 19-7, and everything felt perfect. Then reality showed up, and it showed up angry.
To call the Lakers a team, that's not a team.
Ouch.
That's a bunch of individuals. I'm willing to bet everything that I have that is not a group chat with the Lakers.
Careful what
It's got to be a group chat.
Well, if it is,
may not be that active, but
what it is, ain't nobody saying nothing. I'm willing to bet there's no team dinners on the road. That's a bunch of individuals. That's showing up to work, do your job, everybody go their own way. And that's how they perform on the floor.
Since that hot start, they've gone 5-8 and dropped 4 of their last 5 games. This isn't a little slump. This is a team slowly unraveling thread by thread. And that's when Kendrick Perkins grabbed the mic and said something that stunned people. This wasn't some loud take for attention. This was a 14-year NBA vet. A champion from the 2008 Celtics. A guy who lived inside real locker rooms with Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen. He knows what championship chemistry feels like. And he said it flat out, that's not a team. That's a bunch of individuals. I'd bet everything I have there's no group chat on the Lakers. No team dinners on the road. That's people clocking in, doing their job, and going their own way. Sit with that for a second. No group chat. In 2026, when every serious team has non-stop messages, jokes, film clips, accountability. The Lakers don't even have the basics. No texts about coverages. No jokes to break tension. No check-ins after bad losses. That's not chemistry. That's strangers sharing a locker room. And no team dinners either. That matters more than fans think. NBA seasons are long, travel is brutal, and champions use that time to bond. They eat together. They talk. They build trust that shows up when things get ugly on the court. The Lakers? Room service. Doors shut. Everyone on their own island. If you're still defending this, ask yourself one thing. When pressure hits, who's actually fighting for who?
Great balls of fire! That was one of the best moves I've seen this NBA season, hands down.
Oh,
Talk
how about
a
this move? Ball from deep.
Off of one leg.
Off of 1 foot there. All right, just over 2 minutes remaining. The Hornets up in this one. Bridges, misses the three. The ball comes back out to Ball. You
This
can't
was a
leave him
backbreaker. That pretty
open
much ended the game.
That did it. Ball had 30 points. He balled out. 9 of 17 from three, 11 assists. Let's take a listen to J.J. Redick on the Lakers' lack of defense.
Perkins connected all of this directly to the Lakers' defensive collapse, and that's the part people keep missing. When players look lost defensively, when rotations are late and communication is silent, that's not just basketball. That's a reflection of what's happening off the floor. This defense isn't failing because of talent. It's failing because there's no trust. They don't talk. They don't help. They don't cover for each other. Turn on any Lakers game, and it smacks you in the face. One guy gets blown by and nobody rotates. Screens go uncalled. No one steps in to take a charge. It's 5 guys guarding their own assignment, not 5 guys guarding as one unit. And in this league, that gets punished every single night. Now, let's talk about what real championship chemistry actually looks like. Go back to 2004. That Lakers roster was absurd. Prime Kobe Bryant. Shaquille O'Neal still unstoppable. Karl Malone, a 2-time MVP. Gary Payton, one of the greatest point guards ever. For future Hall of Famers. On paper, it was a guaranteed ring. Instead, they ran into the Detroit Pistons. No superstar. Chauncey Billups led them at just 18 points a game. But what Detroit had was trust, discipline, and sacrifice. And they destroyed the Lakers in 5 games. No debate. No excuses. Fast forward to the 2014 San Antonio Spurs. Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. A core together for over a decade. They knew each other's moves before they happened. That playoff run. Nearly 25 assists per game. That's chemistry. That's connection. And until the Lakers find that, all the star power in the world won't save them. So here's the real question for you. Do you think this team can actually fix this? Or is this season already slipping away? Drop your take in the comments, argue it out, and don't forget to like and subscribe because this story is nowhere near finished.
When you have defensive teams that are with defensive individuals that look the way that they look, not on the same page, then they definitely don't have the chemistry of it.
The ball never stuck. It never froze. It never died in one guy's hands. Everyone touched it. Everyone felt involved. Everyone mattered. That was the foundation Greg Popovich built in San Antonio. Team over ego always. Those Spurs rosters were loaded with role players who could have chased bigger roles and bigger numbers somewhere else, but they didn't. They chose sacrifice over spotlight, purpose over praise. And that chemistry didn't just compete with Miami's Big Three in the finals, it overwhelmed them. Talent didn't win that series. Connection did. And if you want another blueprint, look at the Warriors dynasty. The gold standard for what real chemistry looks like in the modern NBA. When Steve Kerr took over in 2014, his analytics staff uncovered something wild. If the Warriors hit around 300 passes in a game, their offense went nuclear. But it wasn't just numbers on a spreadsheet. Making 300 passes meant everyone was involved. Everyone was trusted. Everyone had a role. And the buy-in was total. Steph Curry, the face of the league, was setting screens for role players. Draymond Green was hunting the extra pass instead of his own shot. During that 2015 title run, they didn't force offense, they flowed. Over 315 passes per game. They didn't just win championships, they changed how basketball was played by proving unselfishness could dominate. And the pattern couldn't be clearer. Talent gets you into the postseason. Chemistry is what lifts the trophy. The Lakers have the talent. They're missing everything else. And you don't even need advanced stats to see it. Just watch them. After turnovers, guys point fingers instead of pulling each other up. After defensive breakdowns, you see frustration, not communication. These aren't small things. These are loud signals of a disconnected locker room. J.J. Redick tried to calm the noise after the Hornets' loss, saying they're experimenting with different defensive coverages. But experimenting doesn't win in this league. Results do. And the results are screaming that something is broken at the core. Even when the Lakers contest threes at one of the higher rates in the NBA, opponents still hit them at the highest percentage in the league. That's not bad luck. That's what happens when closeouts aren't aggressive, when trust isn't there, when shots aren't truly uncomfortable. And then there's the so-called Big Three, which somehow makes things even more complicated. LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and Austin Reeves have barely shared real time on the floor together. When LeBron missed time early with sciatica, the Lakers actually looked sharper. The ball moved. Role players played free. There was pace, energy, and clarity. Then LeBron came back and suddenly everything felt forced. Slower. Awkward. Even Luka admitted it months into the season, saying they're still building chemistry and haven't had many practices together. Let that sink in. You're chasing a championship, and your superstar is openly saying the team is still in the getting-to-know-you phase. That's not normal. That's alarming. And DeAndre Ayton, that's another problem entirely. He was brought in to stabilize the frontcourt, but he looks completely out of rhythm. Lost on offense. Out of sync in pick and rolls. Timing off. That's not a talent issue. That's chemistry. Ayton didn't forget how to play basketball. He just doesn't fit what this team is trying to be. And somehow it still gets messy, eh? Austin Reeves being injured creates short-term relief, but long-term chaos. When he comes back, the rotation becomes a problem. Who sits? Who sacrifices? Those are tough decisions that only work when there's trust and communication. And based on everything we've seen, the Lakers don't have either. This matters even more once the playoffs start. The regular season and the playoffs are two different universes. In the regular season, raw talent can carry you. In the playoffs, that disappears fast. Teams scout everything. They take away your first option, then your second. They force you into discomfort. And when shots stop falling, chemistry becomes the lifeline. Championship teams lean on each other. They trust the next man. They talk through pressure. Teams without chemistry do the opposite. They panic. They force shots. They fall into hero ball. Playoff defenses will happily let LeBron and Luka go one-on-one. They'll erase easy actions. They'll pressure role players. And if those role players don't trust their stars to find them, hesitation creeps in. And in the playoffs, hesitation kills you. Now look at what's coming. 9 of the next 10 games on the road. That's where the truth comes out. Road trips either bond teams or break them. You're living out of hotels, flying non-stop, facing hostile crowds, dealing with fatigue. That's when teammates matter most. That's when team dinners matter. That's when group chats keep morale alive. And the Lakers don't have any of that. No real support system. The warning signs have been flashing for months. They started 19-7 without a full roster. Guys played loose. The ball moved. The energy was real. Then reinforcements arrived. LeBron returned. The rotation tightened. Everything stiffened. The Luka Doncic trade in February was supposed to push them over the top. Instead, it raised the question nobody wanted to ask. How do two ball-dominant superstars actually coexist? The front office bet on talent solving everything. That bet is crushing them. They collected names instead of fit. Pieces without checking if the puzzle made sense. Now they're stuck with a roster that doesn't connect. So can this still be fixed? Maybe. But the clock is against them. Chemistry can't be rushed. It's built through shared struggle, through adversity, through time together on and off the court. And the Lakers have skipped all of that. They show up. They play. They leave. JJ Redick is facing an impossible job. He can draw up perfect plays, but without trust, they mean nothing. Coaching has limits. At some point, players have to want to be a team. And right now, it's fair to ask if the Lakers even want that. Their championship window is shrinking with every wasted night. LeBron is still elite, but time never loses. Every season matters. Luka is in his prime, but how long does patience last? If nothing changes, the pressure keeps rising and the foundation keeps cracking. Kendrick Perkins didn't say what he said for attention. He said it because it's real. The Lakers aren't a team. They're talented individuals pretending to be one. On paper, they have everything. In reality, they're missing what actually wins. No trust, no connection, no chemistry, just expensive jerseys and empty numbers. Championships are built on sacrifice, communication, and caring about the guy next to you. The Lakers are built on contracts, highlights, and individual goals. That might get you into the playoffs. It will never get you a title. So the real question in Los Angeles isn't about schemes or talent or coaching. It's simpler than that. Will they learn how to be a team before it's too late? Will someone demand more? Or will they keep clocking in, collecting checks, and wondering why nothing ever clicks? Perkins sounded the alarm. Now the entire basketball world is watching. Because right now, the Lakers aren't a team. They're just individuals wearing the same colors. And in the NBA, that's never enough. What do you think? Can they turn this around, or is this season already cooked? Drop your take in the comments, smash the like button if this hit, subscribe for more real NBA breakdowns, and send this to every Lakers fan who still thinks talent alone is enough.